Welcome to the Big Success Show. Today, 4 traits of people who play to win.
Big Success with the Professor and Mary-Lynn.
Hey, it's the Olympics. They're here. They're a year late.
Right.
Showed up a year late.
Better late than never.
But yes, exactly. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's ever happened before in history or not, but certainly not in modern history. But you know, it's just awesome to I don't know. I always get Olympic fever once I start watching all the different sports.
Well, how can you not? It's just the world's top athletes competing against each other, and just that one moment where, you know, they're about to go into this race with all of these high expectations. What will be the outcome? These guys are playing to win, and they're going for the gold.
They are, and I guess one thing that's interesting is just you see when you get that level of competition, I mean, somebody has to lose, right? It's the same thing with Super Bowls, World Series, everything. Somebody has to lose. And it's almost like you always get to the point where you want everybody to win. Or, you know, there has to be an ultimate winner. So, hey, we'll talk more about this today. I'm George Kruger, a.k.a. The Professor.
And I'm Mary-Lynn. We're going to share the traits of those who do go for the gold today on our show. And sporting events are a great microcosm of the games that we all play.
The games people play, as the Alan Parsons Project said.
The game of life. So we could take some great lessons away from athletes.
Yeah, and one of those lessons is playing to win. I want to emphasize that. Playing to win. Now, you may be thinking, that seems kind of silly.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't everybody play to win?
Well, the answer to that, surprisingly, is no. A resounding no.
Why not?
You see it, and unfortunately, Mary-Lynn, in my lifetime, I've had too much experience with teams that were supposed to lose.
Well, I bet it's kind of natural to root for the underdog.
It is, and, you know...
But they're playing to win, right?
Well... They start to play to win, right? But they get the lead, and then that's a surprise to them, you know, because we're not supposed to be sitting here in the lead. And that's when it happens. They stop playing to win, and they start playing to not lose.
Is there a difference?
Yes, there is. It's a big difference.
That's big with 2 G's.
You better believe it, baby. Just like great athletes, we need to play to win if we're going to win big.
With 2 G's. So let's pull out the professor's whiteboard for 4 traits of people who play to win.
I tell you what, Mary-Lynn, that closet beats me every time.
Yes, it is undefeated at this point.
Okay. It's playing to win, I'll tell you that.
All right, 4 traits of people who play to win. Trait number 1, people who play to win have winning as their goal. And really, Professor, that seems like a no-duh to me. But
well, and I don't think you'd be alone in that, Mary-Lynn. But here's the thing. Many people start out with a goal of winning, but as they inch closer and closer to the success that they desire, that goal changes. They're doing better than they ever imagined, but they get nervous. And that nervous leads to shifting the goal to not losing.
But I mean, nobody tries to not lose, do they?
Well, consciously, no. But it's not a conscious thing. It's something that's kind of deep down in us. You see it in athletes, or, you know, you see it in their actions, you see it in their faces. And believe me, once again, I've been rooting for a lot of these teams, so I've seen these faces, and you see it in their demeanor. It's almost like, Mary-Lynn, think about it this way. If I say win, go out there and win. What's the last word I said?
Win.
Put it in your mind. Now, what if I say, and then we'll talk about self-talk here in a bit, but what if I say, Mary-Lynn, don't lose. What's the last word I said?
Don't lose.
The last word.
Well, lose.
Yes. We put lose as the focus. We put lose as the focus. And then when we think don't lose, losing is the thing that kind of overwhelms everything else. So the more they try not to lose, the more likely they are to lose.
Wow. It's just this big mental game.
It is. 90% at least of success is mental.
So think win, not lose, or
Yes.
not lose.
Yes.
Think win. Oh, just win.
Yes, or even better, think win big with 2 G's.
Absolutely. 4 traits of people who play to win. Trait number 2, people who play to win put themselves on the edge. You're never going to succeed big, and that's big with 2 G's, if you don't take some risks. But what if you're winning the game?
Well, that's actually when it happens. Some people stop taking the risks that brought them so far. They become too risk averse, thinking that playing it conservative, being defensive, is going to help them preserve their lead.
Well, isn't it true that taking a risk doesn't always pay off, though?
Absolutely, Mary-Lynn. I mean, by definition, risk means it's not certain, right? But never taking a risk will never pay off. Does that make sense? Never taking a risk will never pay off. You have to put yourself out there sometimes. You have to be willing to make mistakes, learn from them, recover from them, and keep playing to win.
Trait number 3, people who play to win are confident they will win.
Some people, like that little old ant who thought he could climb the rubber tree plant. Everybody knows an ant can't climb a rubber tree plant, but he's got high hopes.
What book was
It's
that?
a song, Frank Sinatra song.
Oh, it's a Frank Sinatra.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, Frank Sinatra.
I'm
way
lost.
before your time.
Where are
Mary-Lynn.
you talking about?
But I went back in time and found the Rat Pack, and I just love their music. So this is all about that little old ant. Some people think they can win. Winners know that they're going to win. They know it. They've got that high level of confidence that says, I'm going to win. Even when things aren't going their way, you can see it. I mean, it's just a day at work, right? It's another day. This is just the way it's supposed to be.
It's a blip.
Until I win.
It's a blip, but I'm going to still make it, right?
Exactly right. So they keep pushing. They have no doubt that they're going to win. It's just a matter of time. And we're using a lot of sports analogies here. The cool thing about the real world, I mean, it's tougher than playing a game. But the thing is, what's kind of cool about it is that with a game, a lot of games, there's a time limit. There's 15 minutes per quarter. We play 4 quarters and then it's over. Whoever has the most points wins. But in life, we don't have that generally. Now we have our years. We have self-defined kind of time frames. But I mean, we can always play another day and our game never ends. It's pretty fascinating. It's fun. It makes it more challenging, but it's also more fun and more consequential.
Great point, Professor.
Thank you, Mary-Lynn.
Trait number 4, people who play to win get in the zone. So how do you get in the zone?
Well, the people who are playing to not lose are busy thinking. Now, you think that's a good thing, right? But here's the thing. Their self-talk, we talked about this just a little bit earlier, it's not the same as the self-talk of the people who are playing to win. The people who are playing to not lose, their self-talk is they're sitting there in their heads worrying about mistakes. I just can't make a mistake.
Right, or worrying about, making that mistake that will make them lose.
Exactly. They're punish themselves every time something doesn't go their way. They're overthinking and overreacting.
So how do people who win think then?
Well, they do what they've prepared to do. Now, the people who end up focusing on not losing have prepared too. But the level of preparing among what you see as the elite of the elite is greater than what most people put through. I think of Kobe Bryant, Ryan Sandenberg, Sandberg. I pronounced it like Harry Carey.
Harry Carey, Ryan Sandenberg.
But these great. I remember
Michael Phelps.
Yes,
tennis greats. They always talk about that mental work that they do.
Well, and just the amount of time they're willing to spend. Like Kobe Bryant, they said he always had like 3 workouts in before the team's one workout for the day. Ryan Sandenberg took grounder. Ryan Sandberg, excuse me. I can't get Harry Carey out of my head.
Chicago Cubs second
Hall of
baseman.
Famer. And, the shortstop, I cannot remember his name, but he said, why he's already won a Golden Glove. Why does he spend so much time taking ground balls? And the trainer said he's won the Gold Glove because he took so much time taking ground balls in practice. It's that same kind of thing, right? So great athletes prepare themselves to win. And because they're thoroughly prepared, their body, their mind, their spirit all reach a state of flow. They get into the zone. They go through the motions, but they aren't just going through the motions. These motions flow up from deep within them because they've mastered the game.
Well, that is definitely the zone, getting in the zone, not the Twilight Zone. That is the zone.
The zone, that's right.
There.
The flow zone.
Let's review 4 traits of people who play to win. Trait number 1, they have winning as their goal. Trait number 2, they put themselves on the edge. Trait 3, People who play to win are confident they will win. And trait number 4, people who play to win get in the zone.
Yeah, so how does the game usually end? The people who play to win, win. That's big success.
Want to win the game of life? Take our Life Purpose Quiz. It's free, and you'll find it a Big Success. That's big with 2 G's, success.com. And we hope you'll join us next time as we continue our tribute to the Olympics with 3 traits of the great competitor.
And you made us feel like gold medal winners by listening today. Thank you so much.
Until next time, here's
to your big success.
Find big success at biggsuccess.com.